Good evening and welcome to the Illinois SBDC at the YWCA of Metropolitan Chicago's EETV, Economic Empowerment Television. Thank you for joining us tonight. We have a special guest in tonight, Lashanda Hayes, Economic Empowerment Coach with the YWCA Economic Empowerment Team. Lashanda, welcome.
Thank you.
Happy New Year to everyone, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. So we're starting off the year 2020 in an excellent way. We've had so many great things that are going on at the YWCA Metropolitan Chicago, and particularly the Small Business Development Center. And so tonight our guest is going to talk about various programs that we have in place and some initiatives that we'll be doing for the year 2020 that includes the communities and the areas that we serve at the Illinois SBDC. What I always like to stress to our viewing audience is that you can go to www.ywcachicago.org. Take a look at our website, and if you navigate through it, you'll be able to find the Economic Empowerment Services, and you click on that, and it'll talk to you about many of the programs that we have: career services, construct, digital literacy, 50-plus, financial empowerment, and some of the others that you'll be able to navigate through. So, Lashanda, thank you again for being a part of tonight's show.
Thank you for having me.
And sharing with us some of the programs that you have. If you don't mind sharing with some of the viewing audience, can you share with us your position at the YWCA?
Absolutely.
How long that you've been in this position? And then let's transition that into some of the different and various programs that you're offering out there today.
Awesome. Thanks again for having me tonight, Vince. Again, I'm Lashanda Hayes, Senior Economic Empowerment Coach with the YWCA. And I have been with the YWCA for almost 3 years now.
Outstanding.
I started out as just the economic empowerment coach, which is pretty much like a career coach for community members throughout the Chicagoland area. Mm-hmm. I was recently promoted about a year after to run some of the different career pathway programs and training programs and help gather avenues for different opportunities to build our programming at the YWCA.
Sorry to interject, but just can you explain a little bit more what do you mean by career pathways?
Absolutely.
Is that various ways for members of the YWCA or just the blanket and community to take advantage of some of the services?
Great question. Career pathways are it's pretty much a great opportunity for someone who has high school diplomas or GEDs and they're looking to advance their careers, go into specific industry, construction, hospitality, healthcare, manufacturing, without going to a traditional type of university. So it's kind of a fast track way to obtain credentials that will make you marketable for employers.
Okay, phenomenal. And then, so once you've identified those individuals that want to take advantage of a program like that, how does that and that coaching opportunity then translate into some of the services or initiatives that we offer? So
we do what we call this orientation, and our orientation takes place every Tuesday at our Southside location, 6600 South Cottage Grove.
That's the Park Francis.
Yes, absolutely, Vince.
In the Woodlawn neighborhood.
In the Woodlawn community, yes. So it's open to any community member. Now, we service individuals throughout the Chicagoland area, so our West Side, South Side, South Suburban areas, East Side, Chicago, and anyone can come in and pretty much partake in orientation.
Okay.
During orientation, that's where the assessment takes place. So we are talking about career goals, exactly what that individual, what was the reason for that individual coming into the Park Francis location and wanting to learn about services. So we give an overview of all of our services within orientation, and then we schedule a one-on-one consultation where we can dig deep. So during orientation, you're able to complete your application that will give you access to all of the services that the YWCA has to offer. So for example, someone may come in with just an initiative wanting to beef up their resume.
Okay.
They may be a current employee for organization. They may not be employed, looking for a job opportunity. So we really meet our community members where they are to show them where they can be. So during orientation, that's exactly where they can learn about our Economic Empowerment Institute, our Small Business Development Center, right? Financial education, career services, job opportunities, and our Innovative Technology Institute, where they can take advantage of different computer classes.
Outstanding. Yeah. No, that's phenomenal. So during this orientation time, this participant will come in, basically learn a wealth of information about what we offer and some of the services, and no cost.
At no cost.
Any of these services.
It's hard to believe, right?
Yeah.
It's at no cost.
Outstanding. So by attending this orientation, and is it just at this location, or do we have this orientation at several of the other sites that the YWCA offers?
We do have our orientations take place on Mondays at our Westside Julian Grace site.
Okay, that's near Westside, North Lawndale? North
Lawndale community. So we have orientations there, and we have orientations on Tuesdays at the Parks Francis location.
Outstanding.
The other great benefit to doing orientation, we do partner with community-based organizations and our community members, and we're able to go out throughout the Chicagoland area to facilitate these orientations.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
So that's
we're
another
working
avenue.
closely with other community partners to make sure that we're collaborating and providing these services to not just those that may seek our particular services at the YWCA, but those services at the other satellite locations.
Absolutely.
Wow. Can you share some of the names of some of those partners? Would they include
Yeah. For example, we work closely with SGA, which is a young organization for young adults, typically between the ages of 18 to 24. We partner with city colleges to help them with some of their career pathway programs. For example, the Career Services Department Workforce Development Team was able to provide career readiness for some of their aviation students. Project Hood within the community, Woodlawn community area, right? Greater Green Crossing, we work closely with them throughout the Chicagoland area to pretty much help the Woodlawn, Chatham individuals get access to all of our services. So the good thing about working with organizations, community-based organizations, is that we can collaborate with each other and pretty much help all community members achieve their goals. So we work together and provide different services and collaborate to make sure that, each individual is pretty much getting what they need to be successful.
Outstanding. I know we also work with some other organizations that work with Opportunity Youth, like Year Up Chicago.
Yes, Year Up Chicago, Leaders Up, just to name a few. So there's
a
lot.
Great opportunity then for those that are seeking it, may be in a gap year or may just for whatever reason be in between jobs, or just looking to further their careers by learning one of the trades there, that can take advantage of one of these initiatives by coming to that orientation, finding out exactly how we can position them with resume building and things like that.
Absolutely.
And then take it to that next level. Outstanding.
Yeah.
And inclusive of the suburban areas and surrounding Metropolitan Chicago.
Exactly.
Phenomenal. Okay.
Absolutely.
So then that leads us to our next point of topic. Can you talk a little bit more about, I know there's several areas that each of these participants, if you will, that come in to seek some of the services can go into. And I hear that we have on the horizon, is it the
the Construct program.
Yeah, the Construct program. Okay.
Yes, and the Construct program is a 9-week training program for women and men to pretty much get into the construction and utilities field. And it's a free training program where you walk away with industry-specific credentials like your CDL permit, flagger certification, customer service certification.
Yes.
Absolutely. It's phenomenal. And it's 9 weeks, and you're pretty much learning what we like to call your success skills training, right? Mock interviews, having a marketable resume, how to network, how to work career fairs, how to work different networking events. So we go through all of these technical skills and soft skills trainings to pretty much make each individual marketable. So that's a very very diverse population.
Yeah.
And it's the great thing about it is that those individuals are able to network with over 30 construction and utility companies within those 9 weeks.
Yeah.
So they have job shadowing.
Okay.
They get a chance to see what a typical day is like to work in the construction and utilities field. They have a career fair specifically for them
So
to
the
network.
opportunity to actually meet
Yes.
and network face to face with these companies and organizations that are looking for people just like that.
Exactly.
Wow.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Free.
Again, no cost.
No cost.
Wow. So some of the additional resources or success skills, as you call them there, what other types of things are you doing to work with them? Do you teach them, this is the proper way to approach the interviewer or the company that you're working with, depending on the position that you're looking for. This is, again, you still want to represent your best self.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Putting your best self forward, right? That is exactly what we do, Vince. We also have what we call this a Thrive curriculum. And
love that.
Thrive, yes, pretty much not just helping women to survive, but thrive. And that Thrive curriculum is something we use within our career pathway programs, as well as with our general population that may not necessarily want to get into a specific career pathway. For example, they could be a current employee and they're just looking to advance their career, maybe look for a promotion with their organization. So the Thrive curriculum.
Build on their existing skills, if
Exactly.
you will, and maybe cross-train
Exactly.
in some capacity. Yeah,
Exactly.
Outstanding.
Yes. And it pretty much focuses on being vulnerable, trusting yourself, and creating that hope. Because for a lot of job seekers, it's really tapping into your knowledge, skills, and abilities and being able to articulate that to an employer within your network or your external network, right? So that Thrive curriculum pretty much focuses on different activities that will allow those individuals to put their best foot forward, right? How to introduce themselves to an employer, their elevator pitches, right?
Which is very important, right?
Very important.
1-minute speech, you only have a limited amount of time because there's a long line of people that's waiting to talk to them.
Exactly.
But you're putting your best self forward. And so these resources and initiatives that you're teaching them in the program helps them to be right there on par and communicating that. Phenomenal.
Yes. So that 30-second commercial is what some
Make
people
or
like.
break you, right?
Make or break you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
So those are some just examples of the different types of workshops. Like I mentioned, how to work career fairs. Some people are, sometimes deter from going to career fairs and networking events because some individuals feel like employers are not interacting with them or offering them an interview right there.
And it can be pretty intimidating.
It's
It's
very
a large, group of people from all different walks that may have different experiences, educational backgrounds, and things that they're bringing to the table. And so when you walk into something like that, it can just kind of tear away from you just as an individual that's looking. But that's where you teach them how to, again, interact with that.
How to interact, stay focused, and sometimes see it from the employer perspective as well.
Phenomenal.
So we engage the employers to kind of, really talk to them about how they got into the industry, sharing those commonalities. So it's, they get a chance to see it from an employer perspective and also, hear these realistic conversations and stories from employers who are looking to hire them. So it becomes more normalized, more common versus that intimidation piece.
Yeah. Wow, that's phenomenal. I can't say I know of too many programs that, will help individuals. And again, this is inclusive of males, females, between the ages of 18 on up.
18 and up, yes.
To be able to provide, you said, a CDL certification.
CDL permit. They walk
forklift,
away with their CDL permit, their flagger certification, customer service, training. Yes.
And then if they wanted to, can they go deeper or take a deeper dive into that and uncover, so possibly maybe learn more about unions
Absolutely.
and being engaged and involved with them?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Wow. Okay.
And they actually actually within the 9 weeks, we have what we call a union roundtable. So they learn about different apprenticeships.
Yeah.
How to, get that process started to advance and further their education and enhance their skill set.
Phenomenal, outstanding. And so that's a 9-week commitment time for
Yes.
that one from beginning to end. Is that Monday through Friday, Monday through Thursday? Is it from 8 till 4?
Great question. It is Monday through Friday.
Okay.
Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Okay.
And we run this class out of our Woodlawn location with one of our community partners at the Woodlawn Resource Center.
Okay, perfect. And again, just for the viewing audience there, if you wanted to go to the YWCA Metropolitan Chicago's website, and you were again to click on Economic Empowerment, you'll see here the various programs that we offer, and then click on Construct. And
Yes.
that will end up leading you more into some more detailed information about the program. It also has a video that you can take a look at from one of those participants that had been through the program, and then some of the start dates and times with the location on there, so you're able to access and gain more information about it. At the very end, too, is the information on how you can reach out to them directly, particularly Lashanda, and learn more about it. But if this doesn't work for you, or if you don't have access to the internet, then you can always come to one of the orientation or information sessions. Again, and just if you can repeat those again for the viewing audience, that was on Mondays at the North Lawndale location,
Yes.
and then on Tuesdays at the Park Francis location
Yes.
over in Woodlawn. All right, outstanding. That's a phenomenal program. I
It
think.
is indeed.
In addition to that, there's some other initiatives that you have there.
Yeah. So another career pathway we run is our transportation, distribution, and logistics. And that is for our 18 to 24-year-olds
Okay.
who are looking to build a career in transportation, distribution, and logistics. And that's where those young adults are able to walk away with their food handler certification, their forklift certification as well.
Yeah.
That will make them also marketable within the industry. The other great thing about that program in particular, Vince, is that it's also a paid internship at the end of the 12 weeks. So they're able to get on-the-job training within transportation, distribution, and logistics. And most of those young adults typically walk away with full-time employment.
That's phenomenal. I mean, you have to think about really what's happening here in Chicago.
Oh,
We
yeah.
have always been one of the major hubs regarding transportation,
Yes.
distribution, and logistics.
Yes.
All the way back to when we had the stock market, and the
Yes.
stock cars
Exactly.
and things like that. And so when you look at some of the initiatives that are going forward with even the expansion of O'Hare, we're going to
Exactly.
be this next major hub for that. And so
Exactly.
this sounds like the opportunity for opportunity youth
Yes.
between the ages of 18 to 24 to get engaged
Exactly.
and be ahead of the others by having a forklift and the food handlers. as you
Yes.
said. Wow.
Yes.
Programs no cost.
No cost.
They do have to have a GED or a high school diploma.
High school diploma or GED.
Okay.
Typically out of school youth.
Okay.
I will look at it like that.
And
And
how long is that program?
that
Is
program in particular is 12 weeks.
It's 12-week program. And
So-
they're paid during
Yes.
the program.
Yes.
They receive like a small stipend.
They receive a stipend throughout the entire 12 weeks.
Phenomenal. Hours for that, full-time during the day?
Monday through Friday as
Uh-huh.
well. Same hours as the Construct program,
Okay.
9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Okay, outstanding. And so during that same time, they're learning these success skills,
Yes.
resume building, and all of the pertinent. Do they also get to do job site visits and things like that, like you
Yes.
mentioned?
They get a chance to go to, they take trips throughout the entire 12 weeks with some of our partnering employers and see what a typical day is like.
Wow.
What is it like to be a supply chain manager, shipping and receiving clerk, and so forth. So they really
all of the actual
enjoy.
vertical positions and things like that, and opportunities, the job
Absolutely.
opportunities during that. from manufacturing to
Yes.
true logistics in there, because logistics, I know it's kind of one of those terms that a lot of people
Yeah.
are kind of like, I've hear it. You know, what does that actually mean? What does it do?
Exactly.
So they're learning the actual.
They're learning all the ins and outs specifically about transportation, distribution, and logistics. So within that 12 weeks, 4 weeks intensive technical training, learning that language.
Outstanding. Phenomenal.
Yes.
Okay. That's good. And
Yeah.
many of them at the end are provided with job opportunities.
Absolutely.
At the end of that.
So the good thing about all of our career pathway programs, Vince, is that we pretty much support our students throughout the entire training process. The great thing about going through a career pathway program at the YWCA Metropolitan in Chicago is that once you finish that training program, it's not the end. So we support those students
Continued and ongoing support for them.
Exactly, to
Phenomenal.
conduct an active job search.
It's not just bye, see you
Exactly.
later.
Bye. Have a good night. Go find a job.
Right.
See you later.
You
No.
help them with that and continue
Yes.
to provide that support and that
Absolutely.
network that they need.
Ongoing mock interviews.
Wow.
Job clubs.
Yeah.
Where they can conduct an active job search.
Okay.
Doing additional informational interviews with employers, right? Articulating that skill set. So it really goes back to us meeting our clients where they are to show them where they can be. So that's the beautiful thing about working with a economic empowerment coach at the YWCA is that you get that ongoing supportive service.
I love it. I love it. What this also makes me think of, Lashanda, is that this is the opportunity for those organizations that are in these fields to actually reach out to the YWCA and to say, hey, now I've identified an organization that has a consistent pipeline of talent.
Exactly.
Pipeline of talent that actually knows what it takes to do this
Exactly.
job and to do it well.
Absolutely.
And so if you are an organization that is looking for opportunity youth or those that would like to get into transportation, distribution, logistics, or construction,
Yes.
the manufacturing industry as well. We know it's
Absolutely.
very large in
Absolutely.
Chicago.
With the
And you can
manufacturing
contact
industry.
yourself
Yes.
at the YWCA Metropolitan Chicago and then learn more to where we can actually do the on-site visits.
Absolutely. On-site visits, consult on orientations. They'll be able to learn about all of those services.
And the opportunities
And the
to create
opportunities.
these apprenticeships and things like that.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's phenomenal. Okay, so in addition to those two, are there some other initiatives that you're working on as well that you'd like to share
We
with the viewing
are
audience?
absolutely, Vince. We are definitely looking to build more career pathways. So we are looking to get into the information technology industry, specifically high demand industries for our community members. So we're constantly growing our career pathway programs to support our community members throughout the Chicagoland area. We also have a farm, Why Women Grow.
I
And
love that. A farm, urban
Yes,
agriculture, we
urban
know
agriculture.
is really huge right now.
Very huge.
There's so many, we've identified so many opportunities here in Chicago, I think, for vacant lots and things like that could
Yes.
probably be converted. We know that there's definitely food deserts and things like that that exist. So this urban farm is a way for others to learn about agriculture in that capacity.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
So we are constantly growing our career pathway programs. And because we really believe that at the YWCA, within the Economic Empowerment Institute, under the Career Services entity, that if we can tap into career pathways, it's a full circle for someone to be successful and really just not help someone survive, but again, like I mentioned earlier, thrive.
Love it. Outstanding. Are there some other initiatives, or is that pretty a good summary of many
Yes,
of them? Okay.
and we do one-on-one career coaching for all of our participants so they can learn about all of our services and we can help them achieve their career goals.
I love it. I love it. Well, wow, this has been an insightful and powerful and empowering
Yes.
time on Economic Empowerment Television with the Illinois Small Business Development Center at the YWCA. Lashanda Hayes, I'd like to thank you for stopping in, empowerment coach with the YWCA, and telling us more about these initiatives. And if you don't mind closing us out with maybe an email address that they can reach out to get in touch with you, in addition to the website where they can find you.
Absolutely. You can reach out to me at Lashanda Hayes, Lashanda, Lashanda Lashanda.Hayes, Hayes, at ywcachicago.org.
Outstanding. Thank you again. And to our viewing audience, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.